You're going to thank yourself if you pay attention to Chinese cryptocurrency projects after June 1st. The Asian market has been exploding right after the Chinese government injected $92 billion. And as we covered recently, Hong Kong's crypto retail investments are going to shake up the market on June 1st. Really, that's just a few hours away from the time of this video's publication. And as usual, smart investors are trying to take advantage of the opportunity that presents itself. They're making their list of Chinese tokens to buy in June. And I know you probably don't want to be left out either. So we've created a short list of our 4 favorite Chinese altcoins that we're going to be considering for June 1st. Welcome to the channel. My name is Maddie and this is Altcoin Buzz. Do not forget about our new partnership with ByBit. They are giving away $30,000 in bonuses. You also stand a chance to win a new iPhone 14. Check out the links in the description of this video or stick around till the end and I'll explain it in a little more detail. Best of luck as always if you choose to invest, but you got to remember, I'm not an official financial or investment advisor, and therefore this video is not official financial or investment advice. We begin here with a look at ImmutabeX IMX. It's our first pick for the Chinese coins that really could pump on June 1st or shortly after. This is an old friend of the channel, a personal favorite of mine, and for really many of us at Altcoin Buzz. We talk a lot about this project. And you probably know by now that ImmutabeX is big in blockchain gaming in that particular space, and it has major Chinese investment in it. Tencent, one of the biggest multinational companies in China, they invested $244.5 million in ImmutabeX. And that means with China lifting the crypto ban, more institutional investors are likely to pour their money into ImmutabeX, thereby following Tencent's lead. But it goes beyond just the institutions because retail investors are going to be a major factor as well because the project just partnered with Polygon. And so combined, both projects invested almost $2 billion in Web3 games. I know you guys understand that this is an important narrative going forward. That is certainly our opinion, so you're going to get a lot of interest from both institutions and retail investors alike. Another impressive feature coming up is their passport. This allows for onboarding through password-less sign-on and sign-ins. It also has an automated wallet creation function, which is exciting and sounds pretty convenient, actually. The current price of IMX is down today, along with the rest of the market. It's sitting just under 73 cents. And out of the 2 billion max token supply, 48% are still locked. Keep in mind, however, on the 17th of June, in a little over 2 weeks from now, we're going to see another unlock of 0.9%, which could lead to a temporary dump, but an opportunity to pick up a little more IMX. Project number 2 is one that we're big fans of. We haven't talked about it in a little while, however. The Sandbox, ticker SAND, S-A-N-D. And this selection here revolves around the metaverse, which of course could make a pretty big comeback in 2023. We see corporations lining up to that effect, certainly. We're seeing major mainstream players. They're venturing into the metaverse space, and undoubtedly Hong Kong-based Sandbox is going to be one of those key players in the space. And in a recent interview, Sandbox COO Sebastian Bourget, he stated that all land is going to be sold out by 2026. And at that point, the project will rely on secondary sales and user-generated content for revenue. Why is he so bullish about the metaverse? A couple of reasons. So number one, Sandbox is building Hong Kong's metaverse. And Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, HKUST, and Hong Kong Design Institute, HKDI, they joined the Sandbox's Mega City 3. Among the programs being developed are a virtual graduation ceremony for HKDI and various scientific programs and gaming experiences at HKUST. And actually, even PwC Hong Kong, that's PricewaterhouseCoopers, they're exploring metaverse opportunities via Sandbox. So that was reason number 1. Reason number 2 is the fact that a few days ago, the Sandbox partnered with BBC Studios. And this joint venture, which includes a BBC events space, is the first time the BBC will have a home in the metaverse. The partnership is starting with iconic Top Gear and Doctor Who series. Maybe some of you guys are familiar with those. I can't say I'm a giant fan myself, but the point is that with so many big brands and Hong Kong's government entities themselves exploring Sandbox, retail investors are likely to swarm back into the project once the metaverse starts commanding that comeback in 2023. Next up, and at number 3, is the Phala Network, which is a Web3 solution for developers' computing and data storage needs. And in addition, it has a focus on privacy. Now, as I've mentioned many times on the channel, Web3 and more privacy, decentralized enabled apps really are one of the mega trends for our industry that we think is going to drive success going forward. So what is the Chinese connection of Phala Network? Well, the project is based out of Hong Kong, and Marvin Tong, the project's co-founder and CEO, he previously worked at Tencent, which we mentioned earlier, one of China's leading technology companies. PHA is the token. It has so much potential because, first of all, P2P computing is already here, but privacy and scale have been missing. Phala could fill that gap. It already does so for privacy. And as winners of the 13th parachain slot, they have over 1,600 contributors to the crowd loan. And that's obviously a lot of passionate long-term holders. Okay, and finally, last but not least, for our 4th selection here, we're looking at Coinflux Network, ticker CFX. And many believe that this is the Matic of China. Now, notably, Coinflux is China's only regulatory compliant public blockchain at this time. Therefore, as China continues to embrace crypto, CFX really is on track to explode in 2023 and garner a lot of support, both really unofficial as well as official support. Coinflux's headquarters is in Beijing, and they're powering China's Instagram via NFTs. On the 1st of January this year, 2023, Coinflux announced integration with Little Red Book, which is China's version of Instagram. And the integration allowed Little Red Book's 200 million users to be able to display non-fungible tokens minted on Coinflux on their profile page. And also very recently, Coinflux launched blockchain SIM card in partnership with China Telecom, which has 400 million users. Like I said, a lot of official high-ranking support. And therefore, 2023 looks to be pretty good for Coinflux if we project forward and extrapolate. Just want to remind you once again, and as I talked about at the beginning of the video, you can win up to $30,000. Just click the link in the description below. And if you have any further doubts or questions, you can also check out our dedicated and detailed explainer video. I will also include that in the description.